What do you do when the life you've built together suddenly feels like it's slipping through your fingers? Today's guest and her husband were settling into their years as empty nesters when a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease changed everything. It wasn't just a diagnosis, it was the loss of a business, the loss of color in his face, and the heartbreaking realization that he could no longer operate the tools that he loved. After the prescribed medications failed to provide relief and the anxiety of the shaking became too much to bear, a friend offered a tiny sample of lavender and a grounding blend of essential oils. Listen in to hear the incredible story of what happened when those few swipes of oil met the bottom of his feet and how a family thought their life was over but found a reason to hope again.
My husband and I, we were empty nesters. He had recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and he was pretty bad off. So bad that he couldn't operate his business anymore, and my son had to help him in order to function during the day until he could sell his business. And the timing was perfect. So Chelsea offered to give me a little tiny teeny-weeny sample of lavender and another one that's a grounding blend. And she said, just swipe him on the bottom of his feet. So I went home. He was pretty bad off that night, shaking really bad. The meds that he was on weren't helping. And he had anxiety really bad. So I said, well, she said to put these on your feet. So I just did a swipe of each one on each foot, and I began to record them on my phone. I sat on the bed and said, why don't you calm down and watch TV, But before I knew it, he had been going like this, shaking so bad. And before I knew it, he started slowing down. And the last thing that was left was his thumb was just shaking like this, and he was calm. And, friends of ours were amazed that right about when we finally sold our business, which was just 2 months later, we moved to Texas and went back about 6 months later to San Diego, and nobody could believe the difference in him. He had color in his face. He had turned pale and gray and was sad to look at. And when they saw him and he was talking, he was able to talk and he had color back. And he still has Parkinson's disease, but he's living a life that's got quality. And when we moved from San Diego, we sold everything. He had power tools and all kinds of things, but he thought his life was over. Because of these oils, we've got a little bit of hope in our lives, a lot of hope.
It's truly profound to hear the shift in this family's journey from the pale gray exhaustion of a daunting diagnosis to moving across the country with a renewed quality of life. While the diagnosis remains, the story reminds us that we don't have to settle for a life without hope. Before we go, let's look at the key takeaways from this really moving story. First, the power of small steps. Never underestimate the impact of a teeny-weeny sample. For this family, a simple swipe of lavender and a grounding blend on the feet changed the entire atmosphere of their home. Second, recording the progress. Our guest noted the importance of recording the shift on her phone. Watching the shaking slow down until only a single thumb was moving is a testament to the visible power of these tools. Third, quality of life is always the goal. Natural solutions can provide a path of living life with quality even in the face of long-term physical challenges. Know that there are powerful natural solutions that can still support the body and overall lifestyle. You can search for Parkinson's, anxiety, or lavender in the Essential Life app or the book to find protocols that support neurological and emotional health. We'd love to hear your story of reclaiming hope through natural solutions. Please share it with us at essentiallife.com/podcast. Until next time, we hope you feel empowered to listen to your body and reach for a natural solution today.